Good morning, good people. Once again, we meet in cognitive psychology. We want to discuss about some certain cognitive processes that are quite familiar with our studies in cognitive psychology. So, by the end of this lesson, one has to be able to define what is cognition and cognitive processes, as well as to describe the cognitive process. Okay, just going to the definition of cognitive psychology, it is the branch of psychology that studies mental processes, including how people think, perceive, remember, learn as part of the larger field of cognitive science. So this branch of psychology is related to other disciplines, including of neuroscience, philosophy, and linguistics. Studying mental processes, as the definition is what is saying. Okay, so cognition comes from the Latin word cognito, meaning to apprehend or to understand. So in general terms, including all mental processes by which people become aware of and understand the world, to some extent that's the process of thinking that we go through. And also, to some instances, cognition can be defined as the process by which the sensory input is transformed, reduced, elaborated, stored, recovered, and used. So it's more like giving meaning to information. And also another definition, as it purports, it says mental processing that includes the attention of working memory, comprehending. Comprehending means understanding, producing language, calculating, reasoning, problem solving, and also decision making. So, in another words, in another manner, cognitive psychologists are urged that individuals do not positively respond to stimuli but actively process information in their brain before responding before responding. What do you call it, argue that individuals do not passively respond to stimuli but actively process information in their brain before responding to information. So it means they're more interested in what happens in the mind between the stimulus and also the response. So in another way, it's just trying to explain the mental processes. Then looking at the stages of cognitive process, starts from sensation. Sensation, that's when the interpretation for what you call it, our sensory organs. We can say that's the awareness about various stimuli which we encounter in different modalities, such as vision, hearing, touch, smell, and taste. In other words, that's the physical energy which tends to be transformed by our receptors into into another energy into another energy. So another process as well, it goes to attention. Many computing stimuli by only limited capacity. Attention is divided into what they call two processes: endogenous attentional processing and then exogenous attentional processing. Exogenous, that's when it's more of related to individual level, where you are led to stimuli, where you are led to other internal processes, hunger, and so on. Then endogenous is more about what do you call it, external stimuli, which refers to global attention, selective attention, and all other kinds of attention, but which is depending to external stimuli. And then coming to these aspects, we may focus on visual attention and then auditory attention. Visual based on location and color, and then auditory attention based on the pitch, timbre, or intensity, like pitch, the pitch of the voice, loudness, and also as the texture of the sound. So color can be a powerful tool to improve the user interface. So color, it gives more details in another manner. And also attention only, it's also focusing, or to some extent can be the focus of attention, or attention focus is voluntary or involuntary. So factors affecting attentional focuses are more like meaningfulness, structure of display, use of color, intensity, and use of modalities. Modalities which are the sensory organs they are using, eyes or ears, isn't it? Meaningful in terms of how meaningful is the the stimuli is. And also in another manner, attention also is another, what do you call it, a mental process that we are discussing. Discussions and also questions can be directed to other certain forums. In the next lesson that we are going to discuss other cognitive processes which may extend further, like the likes of perception and so on.